This whole issue of um Tanu Sharma and what has happened to her, uh, is that a call for women journalists? Is that something that all women journalists should now think about, that maybe it is time for us also to come out and speak about issues which have so far been swept under the carpet?
Precisely, I don't know, because there have been cases.
Yes.
Tanu's case is not the only one. Maybe it has been brought to light.
Yes.
And maybe a forum like you or a portal like you is kind of discussing on that.
Yeah.
It can be anything as insignificant as, "Madam, आज तो आप बहुत अच्छी लग रही हैं," and it can go on to like चाय पिलाइए ना मैडम आज.
Yes.
So seeking out kind of a
Right.
impromptu rendezvous
Right.
with a female colleague,
Yes.
and then it can go on to, he's more emboldened to,
Right.
But these things have been happening. Not that the women have not been raising their voices, but the voices have been kind
Muffled.
of muffled.
Like that's a very real thing. When I did that Tanu Sharma story for Caravan, she
Caravan.
said towards the end that now I'm not going to get a job,
Yes.
which is actually true. I would sort of so that really remains one singularly important case. You have female bosses, for instance, who are exactly doing things which a male boss would do. I mean, in very many ways. I mean, replicating it. They may not ask for sexual favors,
Yeah.
but the essential power equations are pretty much sort of the same.
When an incident like this occurs, the woman or the victim is being made to feel like a guilty.
Yes. Yes.
The whole newsroom, right from the bosses up to down to the assistant producer, they all gang up to make her realize, look here, you've done a major sin by bringing this up or raising this issue.
The editor or the owner who runs almost on a daily basis the entire gamut of operations, whether it's news bulletins or what goes on air, who goes on air, who speaks, who does a live. A person who's got such a hands-on involvement often rides roughshod over structures which actually should have been in place. It's more like a high-tech sweatshop. There are no rules of the game. There are no laws operational. And it's an abysmally, it's a hugely powerful media. You can't go to a politician. Nobody will take up your case. So ultimately, either you take it upon yourself, burn all your fingers, burn all your deals with the industry, and just be prepared that you're not going to get a job, and then you can strike out. And then also, it's not certain that you'll even get press coverage.
When the employee goes up to the HR just ignores her complaint. I've seen HR acting. In fact, in my novel, I have a character who's saying the HR is basically acting as a pimp of the management. Terms of the contract can be twisted in any which way, and to the advantage of the employer, of course, and more so in the case of the anchors, where the anchors are hired or taken on contract. It's not the case of contract or something. I think anchors are treated above par in some cases, and they are given special treatments,
Especially the bigger channels.
in the bigger channels. But maybe the level of exploitation is also that much more.
As senior journalists, we all of us should get together and take a stand that we will not take this kind of thing. Maybe, I mean, even if we have to leave our jobs, but at least we should live with some distance.